Hey guys, just a bit of a recap of what's been going on. Me and the girls just went out to New York and picked up a pickup that I bought from a lady out in Jersey. We flew out there as the girls' first time on a plane. They did really well. They loved it. Very excited about the fact that you could just get peanuts on a plane. That seemed to blow their mind. But the first flight went great. We ended up running a little late, so we ended up having to go to a different state. We were supposed to go to Chicago, ended up in Philadelphia. We bought this magnet at the gift shop there in Philadelphia, and I sat down in the lobby and we made the girls listen to Eye of the Tiger. That whole town has a lot of Rocky merchandise. It was pretty cool. Little airport, huge airport. But we got out to, uh, I'm sorry, we got out to New York about 6 hours later than we were supposed to be. I think we were supposed to be there around 4 or so, and we ended up getting there. It was closer to about 10:30. 6 hours, I think. First thing we did is we went up on the roof of the place. I noticed you could push a button and it'll send you up to the roof, so we went up there. Ends up being kind of like a nightclub sort of thing. You can go out and overlook the whole city. It was pretty sweet, but apparently you're not supposed to have 9-year-olds up there. And they got all heated about that and made us leave that area. But it was pretty cool. Next day, for breakfast, we can go down there and check it out. And we had breakfast there every day. We're only there for like a couple days, but it was fun. What else? Went all through the city. Went and checked out the Statue of Liberty. That was awesome. Brookie ends up getting sick like the last day that we actually toured around. So we just kind of bummed around the hotel for a bit, and then she popped out of bed and said she wanted to go see some things while we're in town. And we take off, and we're going down the road, and she has to stick her head out the window of a cab, and she's throwing up like a block or so from Times Square. And then we get down by the docks there in Staten Island, and she ends up barfing there too. We get out on the ferry to go out. You kind of go out and you circle around the Statue of Liberty or whatever. And I have her holding her legs, and her head's out the window of the ferry, just freaking barfing down the side of it. But she's the toughest kid. It's kept asking her, do you want to go home? You want to go back to the hotel? We can just sleep. And she just kept saying, no, it only hurts when I puke. Just give me a second. And she'd sit there for a few minutes, and then she'd get up and start walking, or I'd carry her as far as I could. But she's a very, very tough kid, and I was very proud of her and Aubrey both. They did amazing. Aubrey said, "What's when it feels like somebody stabbed you in the side? What is that, Dad?" And I said, "I don't know, probably a cramp." I said, "Why?" And she said, "I've had a cramp all day." But it didn't slow her down one bit. They just kept going and kept going. We went to this novelty shop, and we bought so much crap from the place, like globes. I don't know. I got a Joker statue thing. I got tons of stuff from that place. We bought so much junk that they ended up giving me this free T-shirt. Got the Pokeballs on it, right? My friend Chris Johnson's probably creaming in his pants right now seeing that. See that, Chris? Pokeballs, buddy. We got that. What else have we end up? The whole reason we went, like I said, was to get this stupid truck, and it's not done. We take it to this garage, or it's at this garage, and this guy isn't working on it. He's working on it, he's just not getting it done. So finally, I just go to his shop. We get in a taxi. We drive to Jersey, and we show up, and he's sitting there, and he's kind of showing me everything that's wrong with it. And I get it, things go wrong, but he ends up letting us take his car. We went to what is that? Six Flags. Great adventure, something like that. Big amusement park, and hung out there for 4 or 5 hours. Came back, still not done. Me and the girls end up hanging out at this garage for until 1 a.m. He didn't get done till 1 a.m. Sunday morning. At that point, it's supposed to be an 11 hour drive to get home. I had to have the girls home by 6 o'clock the next Sunday night. So that night they had to be at their ma's by then. So we took off, and I drove until I just couldn't drive anymore. Probably I think we stopped about 4 o'clock, 4:30 or something like that. I ended up crawling in the back of the truck. There's no window between the front of the truck and like the box, behind it. So I crawl back there and I sleep on like this chunk of plywood, and there's this freaking is there Lincoln Lime? There's this chunk of plywood anyway, and there's a freaking diaper beside it, and the girls are telling me you can't sleep beside a diaper, and I'm like, I got no strength to crawl out of here and deal with this diaper, so I just kind of dealt with it. But and we ended up, that's a 14-hour drive home, and ended up being, I slept for about an hour, popped up, felt pretty peppy, and we just kept driving and driving. That truck burnt through so much gas. I think we stopped 6 times, something like that, just to fill up on the way home. Um, and we get home, and yeah, the girls hop in the shower. I lay down and pass out for about an hour, and they pop up, and the first thing that we want to do is go get my dog, our dog Dexter, from my parents. Um, and we get there, and we're kind of talking. They're asking how the vacation's going, and my dad asked me to go outside, and he kind of tells me that they ended up the dog was always running after cars. I ran him over once. Um, I think my ex ran over his foot once. So he's been ran over a couple times already, and my dad ran him over with my Jeep, which kind of sucks. Looking at that Jeep, thinking about that, and driving around in it. But the vet just couldn't fix him. So they ended up having him put to sleep. So that's kind of how our vacation ends. You get home and your family pet's dead. We I didn't have really time to sit around and talk too much, so I loaded up the kids and we got going on the road over to see drop them off with their moms. And that's kind of when I started telling them what happened to the dog. Uh, I think as the first time my kids have ever seen me cry in 9 years. And what did they say? When I was telling them that, I think it was the first time my kids have ever said, "You're not joking." I'm always joking with them and picking on them, and they could tell right off the bat something was a little goofy there. But um, it was hard, man. I get miss that dog. That dog was kind of my life when the kids weren't around. But we'll probably get like a puppy or something like that. Move on. But I've had it, a ton of people been getting a hold of me, talking to me, checking on me. We're doing good. Life's good. I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of little mishaps on that vacation, but all in all, it was a good time, man. It's gonna be a lot of memories. Yeah, probably end up with a new dog. So got that going for us. Got juice box money. Life's good. Thanks everybody who has checked on me. Everyone who followed us through like the Snapchat journey. We had a lot of fun. But I love you all. Peace.